Alright, we'll be starting with creating our first form using Google Form. Now, how do we navigate ourselves our way to a Google Workspace? There are two ways into this. The first one is to type Google Form in your search bar on either Chrome or any browser you're using. Then, when you enter, take you to different tabs or different links here. So what you need is where you see docs.google.com/form. That is where you get your Google Form. So you just click on Google Forms sign. It will take you directly to Google Form Workspace where you can create or edit or modify the forms you already have. So another way you can do this is you going to the moment you sign into your Gmail, which is Google, you will see by the right corner here. Okay, so by the right corner here, you will see these 9 dots called Google Apps. This one will take you to where you have Google Workspace. All the apps you can find in Google, you see everything here. The first thing you are looking for now is form. So let's see if we have it there. Let's scroll down and see. So you can see this is form. If you click this one, it will take you also directly to where you have Google Form. So just like the previous one we did, so you can use either of the two to navigate yourself into this place. Now, is either you create a blank form or you choose from template gallery that you have on the Google Workspace. So let's look at what we have on the gallery. In the gallery, we have different types of forms. We have the personal form, maybe you use this for your own personal use, like collecting contact information, finding a time, RSVP, inviting people to your party, and on like that. So you can use either of these ones. Then for work purposes, you can use event feedback. Maybe your company just finished an event. I want to hear the feedback of those who attended. You can use a template like this. Or maybe you are into sales and you are the sales manager or sales rep. You can use this order form to collect order from whoever want to purchase any of your products. Then job application, you can use this one for job application form, which those who want to apply for a job can fill. Time of request, maybe you are working with an organization and want to request for time off. You can use this form as well. So you can see we have different templates that you can work with. Work request, if you want to request to carry out a particular work, like in engineering, you don't just go and work anyhow. You have to request for permits because some places might be inaccessible at that time, or you want to do a particular work that can harm others, so they'll be able to tell you whether to go ahead or to still hold on until whoever is in the danger post or danger zone leaves. And then customer feedback, you can use this one also to collect information from the customers. Then for education purposes, you can create a quiz, you can create exit ticket, assessment form, worksheets. And if you are into anything like maybe you are doing your master's degree, do your research work, you can use Google Form to collect data. Also, if you are writing your projects, instead of using paperwork for questionnaire, you can use Google Form for that purpose. Now, let's start afresh. To start afresh, we click this blank form. Let's click that. Clicking that blank form will take blank new form entirely. The moment you get to this place, there are some things you need to know before we proceed. The first thing is we have what we call three pillars of Google Form. And those are the three things that are, how would I put it? Those are the three major pillars help us to navigate our ways in Google Forms. They are the one that control everything you have here. And one of the pillars is called questions. Questions are the things you want to request for, the type of things, the type of information you want to get from whosoever you want to give the form to is the question. Then response. Response will show you all those people that have responded to the questions, the information they responded as, uh, the information they gave you in response to your questions. Then settings. This is where you set everything you want to happen to your form. Now, the first thing first, the moment you open your Google form, everything you are doing here will be automatically be saving. So you don't need to bother yourself going to be saving them. Google will automatically save them as long as you have the internet access. Take note of that. You must have internet access before you can use Google form. Now the first thing is to rename the title of your form. If you look at this new form, you can see at this left top corner, see Untitled Form. So the first thing to do is to rename it to whatever title you want. Let's say my new form, for instance. The moment you rename it here, it will reflect on this Untitled Form. So click outside that place and see that's already reflected. And under the form title, you will see form description. If you want to describe the form, is not compulsory anyway. Okay, let's say I want to say this form collects the biodata of staff. So you want to leave it this way so that any staff you send this form to will know that yes, this form is for biodata collection. So, and that is what this form title does. Also, when you come to this right corner, you can see this bar here. We have this positive sign in a circle. This one is telling you that you can add new question. You can see only one question is given here, entitled question. You can add new question. Here shows that you can import questions from previous ones you've saved. That maybe you have some questions that are in one form that you have created before and you don't want to keep typing and typing again, you can easily import it to save you some time. Then this one is for title and description, which we just did. If you click this one, it will take you to title and description, either for the main title or another subtitle for your form. Then here also you can add image, you can add video, you can create section. So we'll be dealing with this as we go by in this class. Then away from question, okay, still under question, you can see every title you type, there is a lot of things you can do with it. You can highlight it and make it bold. If I click this B, you can see that's turned bolding. Then if I remove it, it's no longer bold. So let me bold it. You can italize it, you can underline it if you wish, you can insert a link. Maybe you want anybody you send this form to, the moment they see that form title, when they click it, it will take them to a particular site. So you can insert a link in that regard, and you can remove all the formatting you have done, that is the bold, the italics and everything. Clicking on this will remove everything. So let's bolding it and then underline it. So here we go. Now let me remove this. We don't need this title. The question, the first question, let's say we want to get their email address. So that is the question we want. And how do we want to get the email address? At this right side, this one will show the type of questions you are asking here. If you are looking for email address, there shouldn't be anything like options for them. If I am correct, there's nothing like option. option A, B, no. Email address require them to enter it by themselves. So to choose the type of question, click this drop down arrow. The moment you click, you see the series of types of questions we have. The first one is short answer, be something like one line or one paragraph like that. That's not long anyway. Then the other one is paragraph. Paragraph means you want them to type sentences, you want them to explain some things in the form. Then multiple choices means you want options so that they can choose one from the options. Check boxes means you want them to choose as many as possible. Then drop down, choosing one, but you will have to drop down an arrow before they could see the options. And also ask them to upload their file, like maybe passport, certificate, and all that. Then linear scale, you can put a linear scale to let them, okay, between scale 1 and 10, can you rate this company? Also rating, all these things you can do with Google Form. You can also ask them to enter dates in the date format or time. So let's see, if you're asking for email address, that should be under short answer. So when I click short answer, it automatically changes it to short answer. And here, do you want all of them to enter email address as required response? So if it is required that you need them to enter this email, you have to toggle this thing on. But if not, toggle it back off. Because the moment you want it, they must supply an answer to this email address before they can submit this form. So that is that. When you are done with this, to go to another question, you click this plus button, which is add question. The moment I click, it takes me to another question. Let's say this one I need their name. Okay, name also cannot be multiple choices, also short answer, and it's required. Then let's say I need their gender, for instance. Under gender, you can use multiple choice as well as drop down. So let's use multiple choice this time around. Click multiple choice. It will ask you to put the options. Genders can either be male or female. So male. Click on the next one and type the gender you want, female. If you want, maybe you want people to say, okay, I'm not a male or a female, so just click this add order, so that when they get there, they'll be the one to fill it themselves. Then let's add another one before proceed. Let's say I want them to input their qualification, for instance. Let's say qualification. And here I don't want to use multiple choice. I want to use drop down. Let's click drop down. What are the options? Let's say BSc, yes, BNG, yes, yes, okay, yes, let's say MSc, PhD. Let's just leave it at this point. Or let's say certificates. Alright, so when I'm done with that, now as I am inputting all these things, automatically it's saving. Yes, it's saving. So with this now, I am good to go. So you can either view your form by going to this what's it called, this preview. If I click preview, it will take me to how the form looks like. So you can see my new form. This form collects the data of our staff. So I can enter my email address. Let's say gmail.com. Then my name, question is gender. You can see from here I can only pick one. If I try to choose two, it will not work. Now if I choose other, it will ask me to enter what I mean. That is, if I'm not a male or female, then what am I? So let's choose male. Then qualification, you can see the difference between using multiple choice and drop down. Multiple choice will show you all the options, but drop down, until you click this drop down, you will not see anything. So let's say I choose this and I choose PhD. So from there, when I'm done with all whatever I've selected, so I can submit the form. The reason why this submit button is still faint is because I've not published my form. This is just to preview the form. It's just to preview the form. So let's go back to the next one. See what we have. So this is the form. You can still edit it. Let's add one more before we move to the next class. Let's add, let's say, check tools available. Tools available. Here we are using checklist. It is check boxes. So from there you can enter as many as possible. Let's say screwdriver. Say hammer. Let's say scissors. Let's say different tools as you wish. Spanner. Add order. Let's preview this one. See. Now let's just go directly to that checklist. You can see you can check as many as possible. That is the essence of using checklist. As many I know that is there, you can check them. Unlike when you are using drop down, you can only select one. You can't select two. Also, when you are using the multiple choice, you can only select one at a time. But when you are using check boxes, which is for checklist, you can select as many as possible. You can select as many as possible. So that is that about creating your new Google Form. In the next class, we'll be going more advanced from here. Here we'll be looking at how we can manipulate our responses, get them in our emails or Google Drive, and how we can structure it to the type of response we need. So thank you for the class. See you in the next class. If you have any question, you can drop them in the comment section and then we will attend to your questions.